Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is MaryAnngeline. Today's practice is a chair yoga flow for all levels. We'll focus a little more on lower back pain. So if you have lower back pain, we'll work in some postures that will help with that. All you'll need is a chair. It can be really any chair. I find that one without handles is a little bit easier to use, but if that's all you have, that's okay. If your chair has wheels on it, then make sure that the wheels can lock or that you have the wheels against something so that doesn't roll you away. So grab your chair. If you'd like your mat underneath like I did, please roll out your mat and I'll meet you seated on your chair. So once you come onto your chair, I'd like you to sit so that your feet can be flat. For me, that means my bottom is further away from the back of the chair, so I'm really just focusing on my sits bones on the edge of the chair. To start, bring your hands down on your thighs and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose, feel the belly completely. Exhale all your air out. Again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. And an exhale. Blink your eyes open. Bring your hands down to your knees. As you do, pull your heart through and let your tailbone tilt up. So you're making an arch through your back body. And as you exhale, slide your hands back, tuck your chin, scoop your belly a little gentle round through the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, hands slide down, lift the heart, let the tailbone tilt. Exhale, reverse that. So tuck the tailbone, draw the belly, tuck the chin. Once more, inhale, we call this a seated cow. And exhale, a seated cat. Come back to center, keep those hands on the thighs, now just a comfortable placement, and start to take little circles. Doesn't matter which direction we are gonna switch, but circles of that lower back. You should feel the weight move from one sits bone to the other. And if you're not sure what your sits bones are, they are those bones in your bottom. You'll feel the weight shift from one to the other. And reverse that circle, so go to the opposite direction. Just bring some movement into the lower back. You might even feel this into mid and a little bit of upper back also, just depending on where you feel tight today. And we'll bring it to center. Take your gaze over to your right. So turn your chin, look to the right, and take your gaze and turn to the left. Over to the right, go a little bit deeper this time, maybe look towards the back of the room. And over to the left, again, look a little further. One more time here, looking maybe all the way back without moving the shoulders. And take it to the left, look a little further. Bring the gaze back to neutral, sweep your arms up towards the sky, reach up through your fingertips. Bend your elbows, bring your hands behind your head, zip your belly in. So as you can tell, the moment I pull my belly in, I carve out some space. So we want to keep that. Then take a tilt to your right. Drop your right elbow down, left elbow goes up. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale center. Exhale right. We're stretching through this side, but also engaging the obliques. Inhale center. Exhale left. Once more, inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Bring it back to center. Bring your elbows towards your face. Tuck your chin and start to round your spine. You're not going to go very far. We're just going so that the shoulder blades are rounded and the chin is to the chest. If it's too much to keep the hands on the head, then release your hands towards your legs. A few breaths here, really isolating the breath into the back of the neck. Slowly start to unwind. As you lift your heart, open your elbows up and slide your hands to hold on to the neck. Lean back so your hands create a little shelf. As you draw the elbows back, lift your chest, squeeze your belly button in towards your back body. Breathe fully, breathe deeply. And then bring it back to center. Release your arms down by your sides. Take a gentle roll of the shoulders up and back. Up and back one more time. And reversing that circle, so going back, up, and forward. 3 more times. Back, up, forward, and back, up, forward. I got a little warm with that, so hopefully you did too. We're gonna continue on here. So now I'd like you to, again, feet flat, but we're gonna focus on the feet now. So lift your right heel off the mat and really press down through the ball of the foot and the toes. And we're stretching the toes, we're stretching the arch. Drop that heel down. Second side, lift the heel up, drop the heel down. All you're gonna do is continue to alternate, but your intention is not only to get the heel as high as you can, but as it comes up, press down into the ball of the foot. So you're adding some weight. So it's a lift, an anchoring, a lift, and a lower. A lift, anchor, lift, up, and lower. One more time, up, kind of press down, up, lower. Last one, up, press down, up, and lower. Bring your feet together, let your knees widen. If being this far off your chair feels uncomfortable, you can always scoot back. If you want to go a little far forward, it will allow your knees to widen here. If for any reason this is uncomfortable for your knees, then just hold back and keep your feet flat, knees parallel. If it feels pretty good and you like the stretch, maybe use your hands to press your knees a little bit wider. Wherever you find yourself, just continue a nice, easy, and fluid breath. And then bring those knees and thighs back together. Scoot yourself back onto your chair if you were pretty far off. And now we'll take the complete opposite. So heel toe your feet wide. Let your knees knock in together. You'll feel the stretch here through the outer hips. It also releases the lower back a bit. So layer 1 is to hold here. Layer 2 is to bring your hands closer to your knees, round through your shoulder blades, and tuck your chin. About 3 cycles of breath. Round up the spine first. If you are folded, heel toe your feet back together. Straighten out your left leg, flex your foot a lot, and then point your toes. Your foot may come off the ground. Again, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Walk that foot back. I'm just gonna scoot my chair back just to make sure that I'm in the film area. So here we go, other side, right side. Flex the foot, straighten the leg, point the toes, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Go back to your left side, straighten out the leg, and just take some circles of that ankle, one direction and the other direction. Lower the foot down, left side, straighten the leg, start to circle the ankle one way, and the second side, second way. Bring the foot back down. Now widen your feet, coming into what we would call a goddess pose. So open the knees wide, match the toes in the direction that the knees are going. So if the knees start to fall inward, then just adjust your toes so they match the same direction. We're not trying to get to any specific point here. We're just following the natural pathway of your external rotation. From this point, bring your hands to your legs, lean forward a little bit, spread your fingers a lot and press down, like give weight into your thighs. Dip your left shoulder towards the ground and look to the left. And as you dip this shoulder, you're also pressing your left thigh away. Let's bring it up and through center over to your right. So dip your right shoulder, press the right thigh away. Hopefully you feel this all the way down into your lower back. It should feel like a nice stretch. And if any point, for any movement we're doing, if you feel any pain, then definitely back off. Don't work through that pain, no need to. And if you ever feel that you need a modification or something that I don't offer, then please feel free to put it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can so that the next time you try that movement, you have that modification. Let's bring it back to center. Scoot yourself back on your chair a bit, and we're gonna turn towards the right. So your right leg will be on the side of the mat, and just because the floor is very cold, I'm gonna scoot myself. So right toes are pointing towards the right. This left leg, you're gonna drop it down. So you'll have to adjust yourself on your chair that you have room for this leg to drop down. This is mimicking a low lunge position that we would be on the floor. So we have two bent knees, back toes are tucked under. It's a nice stretch. If for some reason it doesn't feel good, you can always point your toes. That's a nice stretch for the ankle. So to start, bring your hands to your hips, squeeze your left knee, the one that's down, in towards the chair. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now bring your hand on the chair and take the other one up and over and just stretch towards the back of your chair. Bring it back up to center and start to turn over to the other side. So we'll adjust our legs. Take your time, bring one knee down onto, or pointing down towards the mat, excuse me, but we're hugging that inner thigh in. The opposite leg is grounded, the knee is above the ankle. Both knees are pointing, or both hip bones rather, are pointing the same direction. Hands on your hips, get nice and comfortable, hug those inner thighs, zip the belly in, and then take your back hand to your chair. Just a little support. If you rather have the hand all the way on the bottom of the chair, that's fine too. Other arm is up towards the sky and we lean towards the back of the chair. As you lean towards the back, really become very heavy through the leg that's hanging from the chair. Slowly bring it back to center. Turn to face the front now. Come back to neutral. That definitely worked more of our side body, a little bit into back body. And we'll take a fold to counter that side stretch. Feet flat, knees parallel, hands down on your quads. Start to round your spine. Bring your hands to your knees, tuck your chin. You may want to pause here. If it feels all right, you can continue sliding the hands down the shins, maybe to the feet, and bring your forehead towards your knees and pause here. No matter where you are in your fold, the more you draw your belly in, the more space you'll create to get into the fold. So use those strong core muscles, activate them so you can find a bit more depth. Slowly begin to round up the spine. Come back to where we started. We'll straighten out our left leg now, out to the side a little bit. Again, your range though, so it doesn't have to be very wide. We just want it straight and a little bit out. And then you'll take your same hand as extended leg, so my left leg extended, my left arm will extend. A little bit of a twist, opening the body, and then slide and reach the hand down the leg. Another little side stretch here. Relax that top shoulder so it's not shrugged towards your ear. Bring it back to center. Other side. So straighten out the right leg. Find your range. Right hand on the leg, left arm up. Stretch open over. So in today, although we are working on lots of areas of the body, focusing on that lower back a little more for lower back pain, of course, lower back pain can be caused by so many different things. But a lot of times, let's bring it up to center, when our muscles along our spine are extremely tight, it can cause a lot of that pain. So even if that's not the root cause of the pain, opening up those muscles along the side body, which is why we're doing a lot of these side stretches, is going to be very beneficial for that. Okay, now we're going to stretch the legs to the front and we're going to take a little bit of a reach. So extend your left leg forward. The knee can be slightly bent if it's not comfortable, and you go into your depth. So it might even be here, like you might just feel the stretch already. If you don't feel it yet, you can slide your hands down your leg. Maybe you stop at shins, maybe you bring your hands to your toes and pull your heart towards those toes. Steady breaths. And we'll slowly round it back up. Switch sides, plant the left foot, extend the right. Same thing, you can stay seated tall. You can round the spine just a tad, or you can maybe slide those hands, stop them where you need. Maybe they come all the way to the foot, and you pause here. And let's slowly round it up. Come back to neutral. So sitting back enough on your chair that your feet can be flat, but you're a little further back. Next, we'll hug our left knee in towards our chest. So you're pulling that knee in towards the body. Give it a tight squeeze. As you do this, lift your heart a bit. Hug, draw in the belly, and lift the heart. Then we'll take this left ankle and we'll place it on the right thigh. The knee will fall out by itself. Don't force it. Just let it relax. Then if it feels okay, you can slide the foot up a little higher, flex the foot, and hold. If you feel good here, no more movement necessary. If you'd like to go a little deeper, take your left hand on your inner thigh, not on your knee, and give it a little, it's a press down and a round action. So you're moving your inseam right here, this pant leg seam, towards the quadricep. So you're doing a little rotation as you press the thigh down very gently. And even if your knee is all the way up here, that's okay. You might want to hold on to it. Wherever your range is okay. If you'd like to add one more layer and you feel really good right here, then we'll start to come down into a fold. You'll round your spine, maybe bring your forearms to your shin and let your head drop. We'll slowly bring it up if you went into the rounding variation. Lift that right shin first, give it a squeeze, and lower the foot down. Other side, hug your left shin in. As you pull the knee in, zip the belly, and then press the head, the chest up. So it's a nice little tri-action there. 3 little points. Thigh hugs in, belly draws in, chest pulls up. We'll take the ankle now, place it on top of the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Let the knee fall by itself, don't force it. Okay, we want the hip to relax in the joint so that we can come into this external rotation. If you know you have a little more depth, you can slide the foot up and flex the foot. Then Next layer, if it feels okay. Take the right hand. You press down as you wrap the leg down. So you're moving that inner thigh towards the quadricep. That action will help you release into the hip and it'll get you deeper without forcing, but you're just kind of following the natural pathway of where the hip is taking you. We'll pause here. If you added a layer, this layer will add as our rounding. So you'll bring your hands in front of you, tuck your chin, forearms maybe to the leg, let the head drop. And let's slowly round up the spine. Unwind the same way we came in, so draw shin in towards body. And release the foot down. Let's come back into those circles of lower back just a couple times each direction. Reverse it out. And bring it to center. Now we're taking sways right, sways left. And then relax your arms. You're just swaying side to side, letting your ribs really move. The ribs can get super stuck as we, whether it's aging, right, as we get older, or if we just stop moving in this way. So we really want the ribs to be free so that our breath can be more free. Okay, our ribs are enclosed around our lungs, so the more free the ribs, the more free the lungs. Okay, let's now come back to center. Arms reach up towards the sky, deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand to your left thigh, left arm behind you. You can hold on to the chair, whether on the top, like I have my little backing here I can hold on to, or I can hold on to the bottom, wherever you'd like. But as you bring your shoulder back, gaze to the back of your space, draw your opposite hip bone back. Bring it to center, both arms reach up. And second side, left hand to the right thigh, right hand behind you. Press into the points of contact, your leg and the chair. Take the gaze back. As you pull the right shoulder back, the left hip bone also draws back. And always, always, always use breath to support the length and the depth of your posture of this twist. Let's bring it back to center. Reach the arms up, deep breath in. Come up high in your tippy toes as you exhale. Hands come underneath your legs. Give your legs a hug. And as you round your spine, pull your body away from your thighs and press your thighs into your hands. So this counter kind of movement will help you get a deeper stretch through the spine. And release it out, round up. We'll come up to standing, do a little bit of standing before we complete our practice together. So you'll take your chair. Well, you can stay as you are unless you want to move your chair like I am. But I am gonna actually, I'll show you a front version first, and then I'll go back to where I was just so you can see the movement. So this next movement, one of our hands will be on the chair. The opposite one will be overhead. And as you exhale, you'll go across your body, tuck your chin, and round. Then we'll bring it up to neutral and you'll take a twist. That lifted arm will go right behind you. We'll come up and we'll repeat that. So I think it actually better if I do this as a side view. So I'm gonna bring my chair to the back. We'll start with our right hand on the chair. On your inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, bring the hand across the body, tuck the chin round just like a cat. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, twist, reach the arm behind you. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the back. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, round, pull the belly in. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the back. Inhale, bring it up. Pause here. Exhale, now reach towards your chair. So again, getting into that side stretch one more time. If you want to place your forearm on the back of the chair, you can. If you are in the right height for that, I'm petite and this chair is a little tall, so my forearm touches down pretty nicely. But otherwise, you can keep just the palm if that feels okay. And as you reach your left arm further towards the chair, draw your left hip away so you get deeper stretch. And we'll bring it back to center. Turn around, let's take our other side. So left hand on the chair. Right arm reaches up, deep breath in. Exhale, across the body, tuck the chin around the spine. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, twist to the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, across the body, round. Inhale, up. Exhale, to the back. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, cross. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Bring it back to center. Right arm high, deep breath in. Exhale, lean towards the chair. So again, if your forearm touches down, that's all right. And reach your right hip bone away from your right shoulder and your right fingertips past the chair. Let's bring it back to center. Release your hands down. I'm going to move my chair so that you can see a bit better, but we'll now be behind our chair. Behind our chair with our hands on the chair. Walk my feet back slowly. As I do, bring my hips and my feet in the same line as my chest lowers towards the ground. Hug the lower belly in. So a nice long spine here, being supported by the chair. And just like we did seated, we'll take cow and cat. So on your inhale, think cow, lift the heart, tilt the tailbone, be gentle. Exhale, cat around the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral and just hold here. We'll take a gentle bend of the right knee. As you bend your right knee, pull the left hip back and you'll get a nice stretch. And you might want to even take a little twist. So as you bend the right knee and pull the left hip back, you're going to draw the hip back towards the right corner, right? So behind you. Little twist. The hips won't be neutral. Then straighten the leg. Bend your left knee, the right leg will straighten. And again, you're pulling the hip bone back, but letting it twist a little bit. And get a deeper stretch here. Bring it back to center. Walk your feet towards your chair. Turn around so you're facing away from your chair. Bring your hands onto your chair. Fingers pointing down. Draw the elbows back. And we're not putting too much weight. It's just there for a little support. But I'd like you to lean back and lift the heart up. If it feels okay, you can slide your hands down the chair. Lean back a little bit more. And stand in neutral. We'll come to seated on our chair one last time. So once you're back to your seat, taking one more little side stretch here. So both arms will reach up on the inhale. Right hand behind your head, elbow bends. And as you exhale, take that left hand down to the chair. Maybe you're even holding onto the leg of the chair and slide it down. If this feels okay, you can reach this top arm. If it's too much for the shoulder, then just keep the elbow bent. And then we'll take this top either arm, whether it's straight or bent, so the right one, and bring it down a little round. And open it up. Again, little round and open. Last one, round and open. Bring it back to center, switch sides, bend your left elbow, hand behind you, right hand towards the leg of the chair. Lift up and out as you take your side stretch. This top arm can straighten, and we'll add a little bit of movement, so around the spine, tuck the chin. Come back open. Exhale around. And open. Last one, round. And open. Bring it back to center, both arms up, deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands down. Slide back onto your chair, get nice and comfortable. So ideally, the feet would stay flat so that we can keep the spine tall. If you are very tall and have long legs, and you can sit all the way back against the chair with your feet flat, you can. Obviously, I cannot. If you feel really comfortable and you want to get your feet up on the chair and come to an easy seated position, that's also great. So wherever you can find yourself, just for a few moments to settle in. So legs however you'd like them, hands down or hands up, close the eyes. I'm going to take this next just about 30 seconds here in silence so that we can absorb everything that we experienced. Begin to bring the palms to touch. Rub the hands, create some heat. Place the left hand on the heart, right hand on top of the left. Bow the chin. Silently thank yourself for making your way into movement, into something that will help the body, help the mind, help the connection between the mind and the body. On your next inhale, breathe in love, gratitude, and compassion for yourself. And as you exhale, breathe out that love, gratitude, and compassion for others. And I thank you, and until next time. All right, friends, thank you so much for practicing with me. If you would like more videos like this, please be sure to leave that in the comments below. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything, I'd love to hear from you all. And I'll see you all next time.